Oh, hey! You just got me at a really great time. You see, I've been practicing my airbending skills, for like the Avatar series that's coming out on Netflix. I've been practicing, and mind you, I've been doing a really good job so far. Here, have a look.
Water, earth, fire, air.
When you mention these four elements of this world, there's only one thing that comes to my mind. I'm curious about that new Pixar animated movie that's coming out called Elemental.
Avatar: The Last Airbender. Yep, that one show that I always said that I never really liked until some random guy on the YouTubes named Sam said I could give it a watch. So I booted up Netflix because I knew the show was on that platform for a little while, and it still is to this very day, and I go and rewatch it now and then. And it is now my favorite animated show outside of the Sonic realm.
This show is something, I'll say that. An animated show on Nickelodeon that is not only a comedy for the whole family, but also a show that deals with death, mental issues, more death, animal abuse, and much more death. And a wise uncle who's always looking out for his nephew.
Yep, that's the show, alright. But why did I say that I never liked the show to begin with before even watching it? I mean, after all, you cannot just judge a book by its cover. In this case, it would be you cannot judge a series by its artwork. How do you judge a series without watching it? You can't. Let me take you all the way back to 2010, where Paramount...
Yes, the same Paramount that is responsible for these two masterpieces along with various other horror movies that I enjoy. They decided to make a live-action movie adaptation of Avatar: The Last Airbender. To some who watched the original show first, on paper this sounded like a great idea. Maybe not for others, though. At the time, I never knew anything about the show until the movie came out. So when I first heard about the movie, I thought it could introduce me to the world of the show, only to find out that I was shown the world of pure disappointment. Yes. The movie was a massive failure, and I came out watching this movie not liking it at all. And I never watched the original show! They ended that movie with a post-credit scene hinting at a sequel. Yeah, the original plan was to make a trilogy with each movie based on the 3 seasons, or books, that the show aired for, but whew, I'm glad they didn't do that.
So, now that we're all caught up and I've seen the original series along with its sequel series, Legend of Korra, I really do like it.
But hold up, you're a gaming channel, Ed, not a show and movie reviewer. Why are you talking about Avatar: The Last Airbender? Well, you see, this show came out in 2005, and the movie just came out 5 years later in 2010. Which means...
It's got a movie tie-in game!
Yep, that's right. This movie got 2 tie-in games. One for the Wii, which is the one I'll be talking about today, and one for the Nintendo DS.
Both versions of the game, as from what I've seen, are mostly the exact same thing. So, not really that much of a difference to go along with it. Now, but what does this game have that is a tie-in to the movie?
Absolutely nothing.
This game is a simple platformer with puzzles and combat elements into it.
Okay, I might be going a little bit hard on the game. Let's give it a chance. Just because I got mad at the movie doesn't mean that I should get mad at the game.
The Avatar.
Alright, I'm sorry. Nope. I'm not even 20 seconds into the game, and I'm already getting 2 problems. Mispronunciation. What the... So, they do the same mistake in this game, just like in the movie. They don't say Avatar, they say the Avatar. And also, I'm listening to the dialogue, it doesn't even look like he's acting. It's like he's just reading off the script. This game tells the exact same story as the one from the movie, only this time from Zuko's perspective. It's interesting that for a game called The Last Airbender, you're playing as Zuko for most of the game. I mean, hey, the game does promise you get to play as 3 characters, being Zuko, Aang, and the Blue Spirit.
Technically, you're only playing as 2 characters. Spoilers for the show! The Blue Spirit is just Zuko, only disguised so that the Fire Nation don't recognize him.
The only difference is that when you're playing as the Blue Spirit, you don't firebend. Instead, it goes for more hand-to-hand combat. Now, the game isn't bad. It's worse than you think.
This game is so disappointing. It only takes a few scenes from the movie and make them into linear levels. Solve puzzles here, beat up these guys, go through some platforming and...
become a first-person shooter. I am not joking.
Now, when I saw this game being sold not long ago, I thought to myself, I might as well buy it, like no one's gonna play it, right? It's a game based on Avatar, the movie. I can tell it's gonna be a bad game, but can't be that bad, right? Surely the game has you learn all 4 elements, right?
Nope. You play as Zuko, you firebend. You play as Aang, you airbend. No water, no earthbending. Earthbending doesn't even happen throughout the game, but waterbending is reserved as for NPCs and cutscenes.
That's it. When I think about Avatar and games, I imagine a game where you need to learn all of the elements as Aang with at least a small open hub world. But hey, you can't cramp all that into a 5-hour Wii game. So, here are some small bite-sized levels based on the movie.
10 chapters in the game, some of them weren't that bad, they were okay I guess, but others they were just so goddamn confusing and boring. For one of the puzzles when you're playing as Aang is you need to press 2 switches at the same time. So in order to solve the puzzle you need to airbend. So I just did that. I airbended a rock so that it could land on top of the switch while I am standing on another one. That is, if you manage to figure out to get the rock to land on the switch.
More at least. There we go.
Now we know.
There we go. Finally.
An air shell. They amplify air currents.
There's not really much in the game for you to do. No side quests, no other playable characters like Katara or Sokka. Not even a playable segment where you, I don't know, let's say,
Can fly Appa? Nope, these guys are all in the cutscenes nowhere else in the game. Cutscenes are told via the storybook style, similar to how like Sonic and the Secret Rings and Black Knight told its cutscenes. And just like in the actual movie, every character pronounces every character's name wrong.
okay, story is just half of what the movie is and it's doing a terrible job at it, not gonna lie. But the moments that tell you the story from Zuko's perspective was a nice add, I'll say that.
As I said, most of the gameplay is just combat with platforming along with some puzzles to solve here and there. But you also have collectibles to collect in each level. These take the form of tokens, or 2D sprite coins that are not even animated in the game.
What do these unlock in the game? New combat skills? Maybe level up your bending to make yourself stronger?
Concept art for the movie. That's it. I mean, hey, at least we get something, right?
Now this is the part of the game that really pisses me off. Once you collect the tokens and get the concept art, you have the option to view the art in the extras menu.
And upon viewing the concept art, I was shocked to see that most of the artwork in the game from the movie is much more faithful to the original series.
And stuff throughout the game. What?
What you doing?
It's just concept art. What is this art? Is this concept art for the movie or the game? Why is there concept art of characters you don't even play as? These are not even... The grandma's not even in the game. Sokka's in the game, but you don't play as him. Katara is in the game, you don't play as her.
Sorry, Noah. It was really bad timing. Here, you know what? Let me show you my Pokemon.
Oh no.
Since you're here.
Kyoshi Warrior? They're not even in the movie, I think. Dragon. Since when was there a dragon?
A potato, well, my favorite streamer, Foozly, uses it sometimes.
You've seen this, right, chat?
I'm seeing it.
This design of Uncle Iroh works better than what they went with the movie.
Okay,
They could have done it for the game, but they didn't.
What needs to is go over here. Wait, what am I? How do I play the game again?
Hold on.
Oh god.
Fire Nation Colony? I don't even think you see that in the game.
Can I do this over here?
Okay, I'm starting to think this movie caught...
Here's Giga Balls, my first shiny that I ever caught. I caught it in my first 5 hours of playing the game. Giga Balls.
Movie concept art!
Yeah, Giga Balls.
They could have done this!
Came up with the name.
Oh my
Well,
god, chat, this pisses me
I
off.
don't remember what I wanted to name it, but it was something.
This genuinely pisses
Well, I wanted
me
a
off.
Giga Chad name. So then TCG, who you were just watching, the crazy gamer, he came up with the name Giga Balls. He is not okay.
No, I'm not okay, because I'm looking at the game. It has concept art for a horrible movie that is based on a great show, and they could have made the movie look like the show. Instead, they tossed it out the window. And
Yeah, they do it a lot, actually.
Well, what else can I say about this movie and game besides hating on it because it's bad? Look, I like the original Avatar series, and I'm not gonna lie, this game's not bad, it's mostly just boring. 10 simple levels and game over. I do want to mention that when I was out at the store searching for games to buy and play,
Trust me, I found games to play.
I saw that this game was still on the shelf since it first came out, and nobody bought this copy. I also want to point out that I don't know for how much I bought this game. I just picked it up and bought it because I thought it would be interesting. Now, the game was being sold for £15, but when removing the price tag, beneath there was another price tag for £30. But when I looked at the receipt, it said £20!
How much did I buy this game for?
Honestly, I don't really care about that because even though this game is crap, I still had fun. Kinda. Now I know there's more Avatar games out there, plus a new one that recently got revealed, Avatar Generations for mobile devices. I might take a peek at that game on my own time someday, but right now, I'm more focused on the Netflix side of things.
Yep, we got a new live-action series coming out on Netflix that is based on the original series, and I'm praying to God that all works out just fine. We've had our ups and downs with this new show, mainly with the creators leaving and stepping down due to creative differences, but now that they've recently merged together with a brand new studio that they've made, Avatar Studios, makes me think they're back. I'm not sure about it. We'll have to wait and see. And of course, because Avatar Studios has become a thing, we're now gonna get more animated movies and shows. My buddy Sam Procrastinates over here has a bunch of videos of himself explaining the new series and everything to look forward towards about Avatar. So give those a watch, give him some support. They're really good videos. I really recommend you guys watching them if you guys love Avatar.
And as for McKnight Shyamalan over here for making one of the worst movies I ever saw, I still enjoy some of his movies, and there's ones that are just too disappointing. I'm still looking forward to his latest movie, Knock at the Cabin, but overall, fuck this adaptation of Avatar. I had to rewatch this movie again to make this video, so to make me feel better, leave a sub and a like on this video. That will definitely cheer me up.
I'm sure there's no other franchise out there called Avatar that is not telling the exact same story as from what I've heard in movie form. Oh shit, wait, there is.
I would also like to mention that the controls of the game are completely horrible, where for some reason the jump button has been mapped to your B button on the Wii. Why was this decision made? I don't know.
Well, now that I finally bought this game and I finally gave it a home, I think it's time that I set it free. So off you go, airbend your way to freedom!